Howdy. Cheers to you. Hey everybody, it's Steve, and I'm just out enjoying this kind of unpredictable weather all around me. I'm just on my break at work. Don't really have anything better to do. I want to talk to you a little bit about what happened to me right before my workday started. This pisses me off. I mean, both as a vlogger and like just as a person, as you'd understand. You know, like if you watch my primary channel, you know I'm constantly out vlogging, and I do my best to not video other people or make other people think they're videoed unless there's something crazy going on, like some crazy person's following me. I'm gonna be like, that person's following me, but that's because they've decided to ingratiate themselves into my life. But yeah, those of you know that watch my content know I'm not like filming people over this fence like, hey, what do you think they're doing? Creeping around town. I produce content with a purpose, and it's never with the intent of conducting some act of voyeurism. So a couple years ago, I had a little encounter, a little run-in with some people at my friendly Eastport Plaza Walmart over here. It's a rat hole. Their employees are actually really good, and they deal with a lot of crap. And I had an issue where I got accused of shoplifting my backpack that I'd bought the previous day, but I didn't take there was like one of those little things that's hooked to the back that you have to take off. I didn't even see it, and when I bought it and left the store the first time, nothing happened. So I went back the next day, and it went off as I was leaving, and I could have handled the situation better. But anyway, today, our friendly local Walmart here, they were putting up plastic today over all their alcohol. You know why? They literally had a piece of paper on their doors as you were walking in that said, like, we've lost our liquor license. I didn't even know liquor licenses. I guess it makes sense, you're selling booze, but they were like, yeah, our liquor license has been taken away due to violating something. So I'm like, good job, Walmart. And so I was in, because my first thought was like, okay, I'm gonna walk through. I'm already going to the back of the store to get a drink, and that's literally the next aisle over from the booze. And so literally as I'm walking past, they're like in the process of putting plastic up. So I slow down because I'm just taking a glance. I want to take it in, this incompetence, not by the employees, but by the people running the show. And I have my phone in my hand, which, just for a case in point, you're just down at my side like this, like not faced up at me, but just down here. Like I'm just holding my phone. Because like most people, I had it out and I was looking at something. So then I put it down on my side. I didn't have anything in my hands yet. This guy comes from over here. He's like, hey, can't have you filming in my store. And I'm like, I'm not. Like, I held my phone out to him real quick. Like, look, my screen's blank. Nothing's on there. And he was like, no, you were. You know, that kind of, like, I didn't even get my sentence finished before he was like, yeah, no, you were, and you can't do that. And I'm like, what am I filming from, like, this perspective? So this guy, and he said, I can't have you doing that in my store, which makes me think he's a higher up there. And I could have yelled something back at him, but I unfortunately, due to my financial situation and the fact that I don't have a car, I kind of need this Walmart. Because a lot of food that I eat, I buy here, so I don't have to walk 50 light years to the closest store. It's a lot easier to go over here while I'm at work than have to walk all the way downhill and lug all my food back up to my place. I have fibromyalgia, okay? I have the right to, you know, say, hey, I don't want to have a bunch of extra unnecessary wear and tear on my body, and it's nice to have this next to where I work. I hate supporting Walmart, but financially, it's sometimes something I unfortunately have to do. If I made more money, I'd spend more money at other places, more local places that charge more money. So I kind of muttered under my breath. I was just like, fucking okay, and then just walked. I'm like, okay, I'm not getting in it, because there was nothing to be gained by arguing with this guy. There was nothing to be gained by me saying, like, I need to speak to another manager. This guy accused me of doing something I didn't do, because I would just say, I didn't do it. He'd say, yes, you did. I say, no, I didn't. He'd say, yes, you did. We get nowhere. So, you know, initially I was just pissed because I'm like, I'm getting accused of something that absolutely you have no proof I'm doing, because I wasn't doing it. But also as a vlogger who I actually go to great lengths to, as I was saying before, try to keep people out of my video. You know, if I'm walking through downtown and I've got my camera on my selfie stick and people are walking by me, that's just, you know, That's gonna happen when you're vlogging in downtown. There's no way you're gonna keep everybody out. But like, if I ever see children in the area, I immediately stop recording. No matter what the circumstances are, no matter what I'm filming, where I'm filming, if children are around, I stop recording. I go, you know, even when I film like a house that's in relation to some story that I'm covering, I get a real quick clip of it and I leave. I don't want to create the impression that I'm some creeper loitering outside of your house taking a bunch of video of you. And the only reason I am taking video of it is purely for historical purposes. Not to spread your house all over the internet. So I'm, you know, when I am videoing, I make a point of, you know, I'm not doing this to be weird or creepy, obviously. So, you know, initially I was more pissed at the bullshit accusation. But later on, it almost kind of, I realized it more pissed me off as a vlogger being accused of like very passively, because I think the guy I think was just stressed about his situation and he didn't want this to get spread around. So he saw a guy slowing down and looking in there with his phone at his side, and he just reached the presumption that I was videoing it. And so he kind of snapped at me because of that. That's the only reason I can think of. So whatever the case, it really almost kind of pissed me off more as a vlogger. There's something to be said for feeling just kind of like just angry and gross inside by being accused of like secretly filming something, secretly filming people. What are you doing? What, you know, being accused of voyeurism, essentially. Because a lot of times when you're talking about voyeurism, you're talking about creepy people doing really creepy stuff. So anyway, you know, I went and I paid for my stuff and I left. It got me a little hot under the collar. It was kind of annoying. And again, I could have tried to file a complaint, talk about it with somebody, but it would have gotten us nowhere, because it would have been my word against theirs. Even if I said like, hey, I have no video, like I'll literally open up my photo app that shows all my video clips, he could just say, yeah, well, he deleted the video. You know, like it would have literally gotten nowhere. He would have gotten in no trouble. I would have gotten no validation. It would have been a waste of time. So I just kind of was like, whatever, fucking hype. So that's how my day started. And yet today is still a lot better than yesterday. I was wiped out yesterday, but that's how my day started. Just stupid. You know, my attitude is, I can tell you're in a stressful situation, sir, but that does, and I know you work at this Walmart that's full of loonies, but that does not mean that everybody walking around your store is some creep waiting to do something weird. Save your accusations for when you have validation for them. And until then, settle down, Gilbert. Anyway, that's my day, and I'll see you later.